These are cuttings from my mango and avocado tree. They're clones. I'm gonna show you how I did this process. This is about 2 weeks later, and I put wrap on the top of some of them because I've seen people do that before, but those did not. Nothing happened right there. These are taking. I'm still gonna spray and mist because you want to keep it moist in a dark, cool place, and see if the other ones take root. But let me show you another one. That same day, I actually put this one in my clone pot. I put clones here, and usually everything I put in here, clones. So we've got, this is passion fruit vine, which seems to be doing well. I planted this at the same time. Peppers seem to be doing well, peppers. And roses seem to be doing well. This tomato didn't, which tomatoes are pretty easy to clone, but I think it's because I cut it too long, and maybe, I don't know, something I didn't do right. This passion fruit also died. I believe that when you're cloning passion fruits, you should cut them short. Initially, when I first got this tree, I paid $200. So you want to go into the situation like, I'm gonna get those same $200 back. And if I would have went into it with the knowledge that I have now, I would have been in the point where I'm recouping. So let me show you how I do this right. I'm gonna pick branches that don't have any fruit. Get rid of stuff that like is sucking energy. You have to always look towards the future. So can this branch really hold all this fruit? You know, now that I'm paying attention, a lot of things fell off. But you could duplicate these into multiple trees. And then I'm going to show you another grafting technique to get the whole branch if you stick around. And as I do this, it's going to give more nutrients to the rest of the tree. This is a lot of fucking money. So it's like, you have to look at it like, because in a year, the tree is going to become this big, you know? So these little branches. So that's $100 tree, that's $100 tree, that's $100 tree. So $100, $100, $100, $100, $100, $100. And let's say you want to correct me and be like, it takes longer than that, right? Even though I think under ideal conditions, you could get it in a year, right? 2 years. A 2-year-old tree, I feel like if you put in the work with it and grow it the best way possible, these are already going to be maturing because they come off of a plant that's fruiting. So a 2-year-old tree, it's got the value of like $150, $200. You know, I don't care what you say. And if I have 15 a day, that means in 2 years, 15 trees are going to be worth $200. Now, if you don't have a tree and you see a tree, any tree, you could just fucking cut off a branch and take it with you and do the same process that I'm showing you. Or if you have a friend with a tree, you can get a bigger branch because he's gonna have to prune anyways, you know? So be like, yo, do you mind if I graft that branch? And now you have infinite value of that one situation. And you can also graft any other type of mango to a mango. So there's like so many varieties of fucking mango, and you can graft the branches onto your tree and it will from that branch grow the variety that you want. So you could have one mango tree with multiple varieties. Everybody hating cause the truth is what I see. I don't want you around me if you motherfucking doubting me. 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 Everybody hating cause the truth is what I see. I don't want you around me. And we'll see how small we can get, like how much we can get out of all of these. And remember that the first ones that I showed you were like 3 weeks ago. So I'm gonna make a 30-day mark from this point, and I'm gonna set it on my calendar, and I'm gonna show you the progress. But at the same time, I figured out a way to recycle these water bottles or gallons, and we're gonna run the test in these little ecosystems as well as me show you how I make it and continue to do it in the same process with the pitcher. That pitcher also you get at the dollar store for $1. So if you can host multiple of these in there, then $1 gallon after you drink let's say you put 6 or 7 in there, and within a month it sprouts, and then in a year that gallon hosted you 7 trees. Well, you're gonna have to move it out of the gallon. But you get what I'm saying. You at least started the process. You can maybe keep 1 in the gallon for a little bit. And I'm also gonna cut it from the top. I don't know why I cut it from the side. It actually was easy to pour in though. And then after I cut, I remove the cambium layer, expose the green, and then I put it in my special concoction, my ultimate sauce. So this is how I made these, but I'm going to cut it from the top this time. Oh, that's actually cool. So if you cut it like that, boom, boom, you seal it. I put these rocks at the bottom. I feel like it was heavy, and I do not put holes, but I just put a little bit of water, but make sure it's moist, or you don't want it to be flooded. Just make sure it's moist and not flooded. I'm going to try this one with some of the mango leaves. I feel like wasting shit, so let's see if it makes a difference. And that's your clone chamber. Now I'm going to count how many I got. So in one day, off 1 or 2 branches, I made 24 new mango trees. And I'm going to show you the process of how this grows. But imagine 2 years from now, 2-year-old mango trees, they're going to be fruiting in a year. 24 in one day times $200 to $300 a piece. And they'll probably have more value. These are like Pokemon cards. So 24, 2 years, $2 to $300. 24 times $200. That's $4,000 in one day. That's literally, and that's not counting all the fruit you're going to get before you get there, and the clones you're going to get off these clones. And here we got the finished product. 24 clones. And actually this was easier to actually put them in just out of the things. And to add another layer to this experiment, I added a copper rod to this one to see if these clones take off better. So now we have multiple experiments all in one. 30 days, you will see what the results are.